So you broke down, bought the expensive set of coilovers for your ride. You got everything installed. You're probably going a little faster in the auto crosses on the road courses. Probably got a little higher spring rate. Now you probably got adjustable dampers. So you're probably going a little faster, but there's a couple things you need to watch out for when you got coilovers on your car. You've definitely increased the complexity of your suspension. But you gotta watch those nuts that are on the threaded portion of the shock to make sure the nuts don't come loose. They're probably came with the springs preloaded, but you gotta watch to make sure that spring perch doesn't move on you over the course of the life of these coilovers. You also got to keep an eye on camber plates if you've got camber plates on your coilovers to make sure they don't come loose. But there's something that a lot of people probably don't realize you need to check when you first put the coilovers on, and that is corner weight, especially if you go in and you make changes to your ride height aside from the way the coilovers came from the factory. When they came from you from the factory, they were probably pretty close as far as having your car balanced corner to corner. But if you go in and you mess with the ride height any, chances are you're at least a little bit out on the corner weight. Unfortunately, checking corner weight requires scales, and a lot of people don't have scales, and they're quite expensive, at least over $1,000 for a decent set of Intercom or Long & Acre scales. So I broke down and bought a set of Intercoms. I think it's the Easy Way series. I'm going to show you how to check your corner weight here today. I'm probably going to rent my scales out. Probably won't work for people that are far away, but if you're in the West Virginia area, I'll probably rent them out pretty cheap, just because when I went to look to rent scales, I couldn't find anybody to rent them off of. So it'd be good so you don't have to spend $1,000 just to check your car. Okay, let's get down to it. I'll show you what you need to do. Okay, I jacked the car up and got it on the scale pads. As you can see, I'm using the exact same setup to level the car here that I did in the alignment check videos. If you didn't see those videos and how to level your car to check your alignment, you got to do the exact same thing here. So if you haven't seen those videos, go back and watch them. But if you don't do this, you're wasting your time. You have to do this to check your corner weights, or you're going to be way off, especially if you have high spring rates. Another thing you want to notice is you want to center your tires right up on those scale pads, right in the middle. It increases the accuracy. And you want to go around all four corners, check your tire pressures. You want to have the same tire pressure that you would run, you know, if this is a daily driver that you run then, or if it's a track car, you want to have the same tire pressures that you're going to run that you're worried about. I've set mine up for a daily driver. same pressures all around, but you definitely got to do that too. This is the Intercom Display that I got. It's a fairly nice unit. Just turn it on here for you. That was all these different setups, but what I'm going to do is just use the road course setup. What you got here, you know, you got total weight, which is about what an Evo weighs wet. This is the select total, and I have the right rear and the left front selected, so that is the total of those two. And over here on the side, this is the percentage of what we have selected of the total weight. See, I got a low battery there. But anyway, the percentage is what we really care about. You want to get that to about 50%. This intercom unit, as you can tell, also has color-coded cables that go out to the four cell pads. The pads are also have a color-coded label on those, and the end of the cables also have a label that tell you like left front, right front. So it's kind of hard to screw setting this thing up. Pretty nice. Okay, I got the intercom unit on charge. It comes with a power pack, and I plugged it in, so we're ready to go there. And the car's up on the pads, but there's something missing. Anybody see it? See it now? See anything missing? That's right. my fat ass isn't sitting in the seat. So you can do two things here, but it is important to keep driver weight in mind when doing this. I like to actually sit in the seat. It's a lot easier than lugging around a bunch of weights, but you can take weightlifting weights, just free weights, and sit them in the driver's seat. For me, it's easier to just open the door, hop in, and then look at the display sitting in front of you. And the intercom display is big enough, if I sit it on my bench, I can read it. So you gotta have the door shut too. You don't want to have the door open because that's a cantilever there and we'll add weight to the left side. But that's the way I like to do my driver weight. One round the wedge coming up. No hole. If you're running certain car classes in the road course or autocross, you may have a minimum weight requirement, which may have you adding ballast weight. And you can move that ballast weight around like the NASCAR guys do with their little hole and whatnot in the car to change your corner weight. We're not going to cover that today. Mainly concerned about getting our coilovers set up. The ballast weight adds more complexity to how you want things to run. So today we're just going to focus on getting our ride height, adjustable coilovers, and the corner weight set with those. So unfortunately not going to cover the ballast weight today. Sorry. Okay, so we've taken some weight measurements and we've determined we want to make a change to the left front. So jack the car up, put the jack stand under there, take the wheel off,